Okay, so here's something interesting, except it's not interesting that much. So I have covered Nishan here before. Now Nishan's cool because she's Habesha too, but she's based, I guess, in Colorado now and in Addis Ababa. Now the issue that I'm having with Nishan is she's already based in Addis. So why isn't she like helping us understand what's happening on the ground? I am just trying to find like food bloggers who are already like on the ground and I can't find one. That's what's like really it's kind of pissing me off because I keep seeing people like they'll post a picture of food or something. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm out at dinner." Like, "Okay, that's great." So like which restaurant are you at? Like what is it called? What did you order? Nothing. And it's just like this is not fair because I feel like I don't want to be like the gentrifier, right? Who like comes and then now I'm like I have to be a food blogger. I don't even live there yet. And I'm just saying I feel like Nishan should already have done this, right? Like literally every other month she's there. Well, I'm not there. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And so I found another one. I literally found her name is Elham, right? And I was like, oh, okay. So do you have a food blog? And she's like, yes, I do. I go look at it. There is not one geotag of a restaurant. There's no pictures of food. I'm like, where? Where is the like? Where are you having these dinners? Like, I didn't where? And then the other thing that really gets me, so like, Fetty is great because like Fetty will actually go downtown. She's introduced me to 7 new neighborhoods, which I've taken note of. Except like she also posts nothing. Like she won't geotag anything, and I think it could be some part of it is that like so if you didn't know about the calendar year, so Ethiopia is 10 years behind the rest of the world. I don't know what it is, but like they are still it's like literally the year 2014 there. I don't know if it has something to do with that. It could be something to do with the way that addresses work. It's not the same as like here. So like the like it like when you I don't think you can geotag the places in the same way you can here. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that I would assume that a lot of the major restaurants, because I have read about a couple of them that have been written, but they've been written about by American food bloggers, which is also a fucking strange thing. So basically, there's like this one New York Habesha dude who opens a restaurant there, and it was like an American culinary magazine that wrote about his Addis restaurant. Now that's great because it's like one write up, but this is like I'm not just gonna go to like that one restaurant and then like you know what I'm saying. Like there's no like eater oddies. There's no like no, there's nothing. And then the weird part about it is like the food bloggers don't blog about the food. They don't have it's like a it'll be like a thumbnail of a food picture, but there won't be like a geotagged restaurant, or they'll be like I'm at a coffee shop. And you're like, okay, this is great. Where's the coffee shop? It won't be tagged or anything, so you won't understand the neighborhood, and then you'll have to go back and do. It's just it's not organized data, and it's really hard to like figure out how to like use that to like collect a list or something, of places to of restaurants basically. And I think another thing that I actually got from a lot of people who I reached out to who said like you won't have an issue, like you're going to be living downtown, it's going to be fine. I agree with them, but also like it's not like there's like two places. Like it's a pretty large downtown with 7 neighborhoods that I am aware of right now that I would probably travel through. And so I'm still starting from scratch, and that's frustrating because like I don't want to have to do all of this footwork on my own when there's already people there. Like, why couldn't y'all tag this yourself? And then the other thing that becomes even more frustrating is then as there's like more people who like gentrify, well, quote unquote, right? You're gentrifying the neighborhood, except y'all were here and you didn't do any of the things. Like, why didn't y'all like write articles about the local places and like share them and do like you didn't do that, and you had cameras, you had the internet, like y'all are on TikTok all day. So I don't understand. Like you definitely could have, and then you didn't, and then you get mad when like somebody like me comes in and does it. Whatever. I'm just saying this to like look back and say I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the same thing. Like I will say this. There's something about the algorithm that does change when you move to a new city, because I also was trying to find food bloggers before I moved to Nashville, and I couldn't. It was hard. I found like one. I wish I would have known more about like Eater, because there's like Eater and there's like where to eat in Nashville. I'll actually make a list Or actually, you should just, if you want to, I will put, I have three city food blogs right now that you could, in the three cities that I've checked out thus far. On the list, I have Chicago. That's probably like the next city that I will eat. It has like, I have like 40 restaurants on the list for that one. So that'll be really fun. But like, I've actually done Chicago before. I just didn't eat the city. I just went to be a tourist. Well, actually, I went for an event, but like, I didn't eat the city. But this time, like, I have a list. Right, it's a little bit different. Um, but still, there's other things that I've learned, other food bloggers. Like, if you're in California, if you're in the Bay Area, go check out that food blog. Emma's still there. I tagged her in a lot of stuff. She's still like, there's a couple of places that have opened up. She's still writing about them. So they're like, the whole point is like, there's places that are opening up, right? And then there's places that are like historic to the landscape. And it's cool to have someone who's already there, who's already talking about it. You can like go look to them and you can be like, wow, they posted this. Oh, and this looks delicious. I want to try this. And then you can like go because the place is like really there. Anyway, I'm just saying, I think it's Nishan's responsibility, not like on her own, like tagging her as a person, but like, I do think at least she could give more highlight to people who are already there and are doing it, because she seems to be posting about everything else. Like, every time there's a film project, every time there's a hair salon that's opening up, she's totally tagging about that. So I'm just saying, like, also, okay, so where, whatever, I don't know. Maybe there's a whole other thing where it's not like the culture has not shifted in order to cater to like independent women, or just women, not a male dominated society. So maybe there's like groups of dudes who already live there and they are like, yes, these are the great places that we like to go eat. And maybe actually I have a list of some dudes who I've met on Reddit, and I'll ask them. Maybe they know. Because yeah, unfortunately, Nishan, this other like food blogger, they're not great. They provided me with nothing. So